strong monsoon is positive for the consumer stocks. That's what everybody would want to believe. The monsoon as of now is slightly above par for the month of June, and above normal monsoon will boost rural demand further. Somebody who spoke about this 2 months ago is Adi Godrej. He was on air with us and he categorically mentioned that he doesn't believe that there is any problem to the rural demand at all. Mr. Godrej, there was a lot of confidence that you exhibited then when you spoke to us. Now the monsoon, the way it is shaping up, leads one to believe that all will be okay this monsoon season for the agri demand as well. How are you reading into the signs? The monsoon, to the way it will shape up and it will impact the rural sector, and the impact that it has on rural demand for products from companies such as yours?
Well, the monsoon has started off very well. SkyMet, the private agency, had predicted a 102% monsoon. It has started off in an excellent manner. I think to date the monsoon is something like 115% of normal. Also, the unseasonal rains in March and April led to good soil moisture. The good rains in the mountain areas and the general monsoon has led to the reservoirs filling up and groundwater filling up. So I think overall India is in a very good position from an agricultural point of view. And I think this will be very good for the economy. It will be very good for rural incomes, and it will be very good for rural demand of consumer products.
So, Mr. Godrej, give us a broad range of what kind of growth in volumes can we see now that the monsoon has come in normal to above normal?
Well, there are some other factors which are also important, but if everything falls in line, I think we can be back to very strong economic growth in 2016-17. I mainly refer to the passage of the GST constitutional amendment. And if as I said, if the monsoon and the agricultural position is good and the GST is passed, then India's economic growth can be extremely strong. In fact, there is a possibility of getting into double-digit economic growth in the next financial year.
What can we expect from Godrej Consumer then in particular? If you could give us a broad range for growth in terms of volumes that we can expect in the next 6 months, albeit of course assuming that everything goes normal.
Well, Godrej Consumer Products has done pretty well even in the last financial year when demand was not very strong. And we expect to continue to do very well. Our market shares are also growing, and if the monsoon is good, the demand for a lot of our products will also improve, especially for household insecticides, which is a major part of our portfolio.
Mr. Godrej, Nikunj Dalmia also joining in. Good morning to you again, and thank you for your time.
Good morning.
My compliments on what Godrej Consumer has managed to achieve. You've managed to grow at a run rate which is much higher than the industry average, but that's largely because of market share gain. Is that market share gain here to stay?
Well, we hope so. We are bringing in a lot of new products which have been extremely successful in the market, innovative products. For example, in household insecticides, we brought in a 1 rupee Goodnight Fast card, which is extremely popular in rural India. We have brought in low cost 30 rupee creme hair color in sachets, which has helped grow our hair color business very well. So overall, new innovations have helped us keep pace with the market.
Mr. Godrej, typically with FMCG companies, we always think rural. But that's not correct. I mean, they have a very large semi-urban and urban market. What is your understanding of trends which are happening there? One is getting a sense that urban consumer is back. If I look at pizza companies, if I look at what retail companies are doing, are you getting a sense that the urban consumer who was missing is coming back?
Well, overall, over the last couple of years, growth in demand in urban India had slowed down because of the general economy slowing down. It is gradually catching up. Our rural growth has been higher than urban growth over the last couple of years. We expect this will continue to be so, but we think the urban growth will also accelerate now. And I think in 16-17, we'll be back to the normal high rates of growth in volume offtake of our products.
Okay, Mr. Godrej, I hope this is not out of turn, but I just wanted your view as an industry captain on what's happening with real estate as well. You run one of the premier real estate companies, your group does. And you know, yesterday we've just seen a start of a rally in the stocks as well. But without getting into what the stocks are doing, my question is whether do you believe the next 12 months could actually see a make or break event for real estate? Because there's a lot of talk of how unsold inventory will get taxed, which seems to be slightly out of normal. And builders in Bombay or some of the other metros are talking about sales not progressing as per plans as well. How do you see the next 12 to 18 months for real estate in India?
Well, it's difficult for me to comment on the entire real estate sector, but our projects are doing very well. As soon as we open up a new project, we seem to be having very good demand for it. We are opening up many more new projects, and what is very good to see over the last 3 to 4 months is that there is very strong demand for commercial real estate also. I think that's generally because the overall economy is improving. So I expect as soon as the overall economy starts doing well and there is a feel-good factor which prevails in the country, real estate will start doing extremely well.
Well, Mr. Godrej, I must say, you have one of my co-anchor Nikunj is a very happy resident in one of your properties, and he only has good things to say about a property built by Godrej Properties.
Both of us are aspiring residents.
Yeah, so I must say that you've done a great job.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, Nikunj, you want to make a point about Godrej, Planet Godrej, really?
It's a fabulous property, Mr. Godrej, and I hope prices come down so that affordability goes higher.
Yeah, well, I think there's talk of FSIs being increased in the country, and I think that's the best way to bring prices down.
You know, so Bombay stock markets or stock markets and real estate, I think they go together, because just like stock markets not coming down, Bombay real estate prices, they never come down.
Well, that's the sign of a good economy, that things gradually go up and not come down.
Mr. Godrej, pleasure to have you on the show, and we certainly hope to see much more of you going forward.
Good talking to you. Thank you.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.